Hi guys, you're welcome back. Thanks for clicking.
Equality to all of its members. Is there such a thing in Islam? Is there equality of faith? If we look to one hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, on the authority of Abu Huraira, Sahih Muslim. So no Sunni Muslim can really argue against Sahih Muslim or Sahih Bukhari. Rasulullah said, don't greet the Jews and the Christians before they greet you, and when you meet any of them on the roads, force them to go on the narrow side of it. And Imam Malik, he said the same thing as well. In fact, Umar ibn Khattab, who Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that if there was to be another Nabi after me, it would be Umar ibn Khattab in his own charter, not charter of United Nations, in his charter with the people of Sham, with those Christians of Sham, in his charter was Kafir and Muslim, they're not allowed to wear the same clothes as one another. If the Muslim, he comes out on the day of Eid and he sees Kafir with nice clothes, the Kafir has to take his clothes off and give it to the Muslims. The Kafir, when he walks inside the street, he has to wear a red belt around his neck, and he has to have his forehead shaved, and he has to wear two shoes which are different from one another. He's not allowed to, and he's not allowed to walk on the pavement. He has to walk on. He has to walk in the middle of the road, and he has to ride on a mule. It's only for the adults, not for the children. And you can see how Islam would make the child become a Muslim. The kafir or the child growing up in a state of kufr, he will turn to Islam. Why? Because the child will be walking along with his dad. He said, "Dad, yeah. Why you got your forehead shaved?" "I don't know whether these Muslims, they make me do it." Why you got to walk? Why can't you ride the animal like the Muslims? They ride the animal like this. Why are you walking with both legs dangling on the side of the donkey? Why is it every time the Muslim comes to you, he asks you for your clothes, you give it? Why is it every time he tells you to get down from the horse, you have to take it? Only that. He said the kuffar, they can have their churches. They can have their churches, but they're not allowed to ring the bell. And if a Muslim, he's walking by, let's say, for example, a Muslim's been on Edgware Road, for example. He's had some nice shisha, some nice steak, no hubble bubble, we don't deal with anything like that. And he's walking along and he's rubbing his belly and he's like, "Oh man, I don't want to upset my wife tonight." What he can do, he can go to the church, knock on the door, "John, let me in." Okay, no problem. John has to put up Abdul Ghafoor for the night. Abdul Ghafoor with his big belly, having his nice kebab, John has to open up the church and he has to go there and sleep there nice and comfortable and say, "All right, John, thank you," and then carry on going early in the morning. Which wife is going to live with John under that type of circumstances? What kind of honoring is this for me to live with John and Abdul Ghafoor comes every Friday night and sleeps in our bed as well? Of course. Because sunnah is to look after the guest, innit? I can't make you sleep on my floor if you can't. You're a Muslim, by the way. So what about when Abdul Ghafoor goes to John's house? John, sleep on the floor, and I'll sleep on the bed. What's going to happen? Tracy's going to be on the floor thinking, my husband, he's got a forehead shaved, and this one, look at this one, Khatab, mashallah. Which one's more attractive? We're not gay, but I'm just saying. A man with his forehead shaved and one belt around his neck and two different colored shoes, or Amir Khattab. Amir Khattab, we're talking about here now, with that nice Chechen hat, big beard, a bit to the side, yeah? And he's got the badges there, La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, yeah? And he's got a big gun, and he's got a big camouflage jacket on, nice boots, gloves as well. Even if he's got a couple of fingers missing, still looks attractive, yeah? What's Tracy going to do? John's in for a problem. He just let him in for a kebab, he lost his own wife as well. So everyone's going to become Muslim. That is, my dear brothers, the Islamic State.
So there's a whole lot to actually digest, guys. Islamic State. Okay. I'm hearing some things for the first time regarding Islam. I think I keep learning new things when it comes to Islam. The first statement this Islamic preacher made mention of was that there's no equality in Islam. Like how? How come there's never equality in Islam? Definitely, what a man can do is different from what a woman can do. But the adage always say what a woman can do, a man can do. What a man can do, a woman can do better. But I feel when it comes to religion, there should be equality. In other aspects, there might not be equality. When it's physically, otherwise, there might not be equality. Politically, physically, and otherwise. But when it comes to religion, we should be equal in the eyes or in the sight of God. We should treat all each other equally. We should not try to treat this person higher than the other or look down on this gender than the other gender. I think in my own opinion, I don't know. I'm surprised to hear that no equality in Islam. Then another one I want to make mention of is about Prophet Muhammad saying that when you see a Jews and a Christian before they greet you, he said they don't greet any Jews, don't greet any Christian before they greet you. So indirectly, a Christian have to greet a Muslim first, even though you are the one that come across the person or you notice the person first. You are not permitted to greet the person. The person has to greet you. Or the two other religions need to greet you first. And when you meet them in another road, force them to go to the other side. Like it sounds somehow in my ears, guys. How will I go be walking on the road? I see a person and maybe an adult or elderly person. No, respect is reciprocal. And I decide to say, okay, good evening, or greet that person. And or maybe the person saw me first. So the Muslim person is not meant to greet me, even if you are younger than me. You're not meant to greet me. I must greet you. Why? Why? It doesn't sound weird to me. And again, they said if you see a Christian and a Jew walking in the other side of the road, force them when they're walking on the same road with you, force them to go to the other side. Like I don't know where all this is coming from. Like I don't know how true this whole thing is because this Islamic preacher said a whole lot of things that I find it so weird and strange. It's so strange, guys. Like I don't know. And he made mention of so many stories, this and that, John, making instances about John and this and that. I was like, where is all this coming from? About the donkey, about the horse. When you wear these clothes, don't wear this kind of clothes as a Muslim with other like I don't know where this all this one is coming from. Like I'm just kind of speechless. I need clarity when it comes to this details. I don't know how true it is, and if it's true, can you please, guys, expatiate for me in the comment box? I need to understand why there's no equality in Islam, and when it comes to the greeting, you should not greet other religious people apart from your own religion, is Muslim people. Those are the two things that actually got my attention. He said a whole lot of things, but those two things, equality and the greeting, is what I find, you know, when that means, is there love in Islam? Is there love apart from good deeds? Do they show love? Only not only to their people, like to people around them, whether you are in their religion, whether you're a Muslim, Christian, no matter the religion you are, do Muslims show love? Because if you show love, all these things shouldn't be said. This equality and this greeting should not be something that they will restrict Muslims from doing. One thing I know Muslims are good at are to show good deeds. They know how to give, they know how to show kindness to people, but do they show love? That's my question. I would love to hear that from you guys in the comment box. Let's keep discussion going on. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more. Like, share, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay blessed. Bye.